Welcome to Pattaya True Crime, where we recap some of the dark and chilling crimes and unfortunate events that has happened in Pattaya City and the surrounding areas. Warning: listener discretion is advised. This podcast explores graphic content and disturbing themes that might not be suitable for all audiences. Okay, welcome back to Pattaya True Crime, the third episode. Currently back in Pattaya at the moment. Got my 2 weeks off, so hopefully there's a few less ums and ahs. And I hope you enjoy it. Got a bit of a crazy lineup this week. Got some couple of thefts. Got some crazy exes. A lot of stabbing. And a couple of scraps. So, hope you get into it. Righto, we're getting to the first one. A 34-year-old man was arrested for theft and possession of methamphetamine after allegedly stealing a motorcycle from a 77-year-old man. So, 1:30 a.m., Banglamung police apprehended a 34-year-old man with 6.5 grams of crystal meth. The arrest took place on Sukhumvit Road, not far from the scene of the crime. Earlier that afternoon, a 77-year-old man reported the theft of his motorcycle to the Banglamung police station. He explained that while it was raining very heavily, his motorcycle had stopped working and would not start. The suspect appeared and offered to help by starting his motorbike. But once the motorbike was running, he quickly sped off. Cheeky cunt. Can I say that? Yeah, I can. Righto, realising he'd just been robbed, he reported the theft to the police. Police began an immediate search for the suspect. The investigation led them to a makeshift shelter made out of scrap wood. Bit of a hideout, by the sounds of it. So the place was surrounded by old beer bottles and debris. Sounds like a good bloke. After capturing the suspect, he confessed to the crime, but then claimed he had not intended to steal the bike. He explained to police the victim allowed him to borrow the bike so he could go and sell some old items. And then when he attempted to return the bike, the owner was gone. Gets better. During further search of the suspect, officers discovered a Ziploc bag containing meth hidden in a hidden compartment inside of his shoulder bag. He admitted to possessing the drugs, then stated that someone had found them and handed them over to him, and he was just keeping them for personal use. It was full of excuses, this one. So, for some reason, the police didn't fully trust his story and detained him along with the evidence. I wonder why they didn't believe him. The suspect also had prior arrests for theft in the same area and previously arrested by the same police officers. They probably dealt with him a fair bit before and realised he's full of shit. Swiftly locked him up. Hope the old guy got his bike back. I presume so. There was no report about that, but I dare say that he got his bike back. All right. On to the second one. 15-year-old boy was assaulted in East Pattaya's Soiwatbun area after a confrontation over a loud motorcycle exhaust. For those who don't know, over here, the Thai boys don't mind souping up their motorbikes, their scooters. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's a bit loud, but they do some pretty cool stuff with these bikes they got over here. Anyway, the incident began when a group of teens were going to buy snacks, when another group confronted them, shouting insults over the loud exhaust. The verbal dispute escalated with both sides exchanging insults. As the group returned home, they were ambushed by 3 of the individuals. They chased them down, causing one of the teens to fall off his motorcycle. The attackers had then struck him in the head with a knife, leaving the teen with serious injuries. Rescue workers were informed, promptly arrived and gave the teen first aid before taking him to the hospital. Police are currently investigating the incident. Just out to buy snacks, guys, come on. There's no need for that. Anywho. So this number 3, this next one's a bit unfortunate. Still stabbing, still involving knives. So a teenage birthday party turned deadly after a dispute between a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old male's friendship goes south. So the police arrested a 19-year-old suspect after he handed himself in to police when he'd learned that he had killed his once friend. The incident happened at a birthday party in a residence at the back of a boat shop. Bit of the backstory here. So the suspect arrived at the party to see the victim already there, causing tension between the two. Some mutual friends tried to mediate, hoping they would make up, but it turned deadly after the victim said to the suspect, "You won't get far in life." So this caused the suspect to obviously got really hit him in the feelings, and so he stormed out of the party, grabbed a 32-centimeter knife from the kitchen. As he returned, he stabbed the victim through the left rib cage, piercing his heart. And then old mate's obviously hit the deck, so he's fled the scene, only to return to the party after he learned the victim was taken to the hospital. He called his mother and admitted to the crime before handing himself in to police. Oh. Bit of blind rage there, I think. Yeah. So the police took the suspect back to the scene to recreate the incident, where he revealed the chilling sequence at the scene, where there were still blood stains all on the couch, and the murder weapon was just a metre away. Apparently it was all wrapped up, ready to give to the police for evidence. The suspect recounted the strained friendship stretching back almost 2 years, tearfully confessing to the crime. So I think, it goes back 2 years. They've obviously had a fallout. Apparently they lived together at some point and had business dealings together. It's gone south at some point and it's turned violent and unfortunately turned deadly. It's a bit of a shame. So the birthday celebrant, an 18-year-old female, had hoped that the two would reconcile when she invited both of them to her party. She had witnessed their attempt to patch things up, but did not hear the fatal argument. After the attack, she quickly phoned police. The suspect is now in custody at the Banglamung police station, waiting legal action. Yeah, that's a bit sad. Be kind to your mates, eh? Anywho. This next one's this one's a bit of a laugh, or not really, but it's kind of funny. Funny but not funny. Rightio. So Thai wife attacks husband for preferring chicken and rice over the soup she cooked. What started as a birthday celebration in Rayong province, when a woman slashed her husband's head with a knife. You beauty. On Friday, police attended the domestic incidents at a rented room where they had found a 50-year-old man lying on the floor bleeding from his head. Rescue workers rushed him to the hospital after after giving him first aid. There you go. I didn't do too well at school. I'm trying, people. I'm trying. So the assault happened when the 48-year-old woman had prepared tom yum soup for dinner. However, the victim said he would have preferred chicken and rice, This allegedly infuriated his wife. And just eat the soup. It would have been a bit easier. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not condoning violence in any way, shape, or form, but I would have just ate the soup. It's a little bit easier that way. Or talk about it, I don't know. But yeah. So she claimed that her husband became aggressive, dragging around a crab catching scoop in what she interpreted as a threatening manner. In self-defense, she grabbed a knife. They had a bit of a struggle. In the struggle, the knife struck her husband's head and ankle. Then the neighbours had rushed in to intervene. Police have yet to press charges against the wife as the incident is being treated as a domestic matter. Authorities are waiting for the injured husband's statement on whether he wishes to pursue legal action. The knife used in the attack was not found by the police after the wife discarded it in a panic after the incident. Yeah. No one's getting charged, I don't reckon. I reckon old mate's just going to go home. Sorry, love, I'll eat your soup. Look, I don't know. I've never had a shit tom yum soup in Thailand. Maybe he's got a better or higher rating or expectation for tom yum soup. Or he just really likes chicken and rice. Don't know. There you go. Just eat the soup. Just eat the soup, man. Come on. Smart. Be smart. Anyway, on to the next one. Still involving knives. Korean man was hit in the head with a machete after his ex-girlfriend found him with another woman. What's that saying? Som nam na. Som nam na. That's means your own fault. The Pattaya Rescue Centre received a report of an assault with injuries. The incident happened at a condo along Pattaya Road. Rescue workers along with Pattaya police arrived at the scene on the 16th floor. They found a 45-year-old South Korean national injured with a severe laceration to his head. Rescue workers performed first aid. He was then rushed to the hospital for treatment. Meanwhile, the suspect, a 24-year-old female, was still in the room and did not flee. Hanging around for some reason. So the new girlfriend, a 24-year-old woman, provided information to police that while her and the victim were both in the room, they had heard a sound of the front door being unlocked and opened. It's probably his first mistake right there is change the locks, mate, or get your keys back. Anywho. The man quickly went to the front door and discovered it was his ex-girlfriend. This led to an argument at the entrance. The 24-year-old woman inside tried to hide to avoid trouble. However, the suspect allegedly grabbed a machete and attempted to swing at her. The victim intervened to stop her, resulting in him being struck in the head. After the incident, she ran into the bathroom to hide and call police. Again, why wouldn't you change your locks? If you knew she still had a key, change your lock, man, or do something, get your keys back. And why was there a machete in the room? Anyway, probably for self-defense. Sort of backfired on him. Pattaya police officers have documented the scene and collected photo evidence. They suspect the incident has happened due to jealousy. You wouldn't believe it. And will summon all involved to ensure fair legal proceedings. Som nam na translates to your own fault. There you go. It's a bit of a saying, common saying in Thailand. Get drunk, ride your motorbike, fall over. Som nam na. Break up with your girlfriend, hook up with another one, she comes to the condo, unlocks your door, hits you in the head with a machete, som nam na, your own fault. Anyway, my little 2 cents. Okay, on to the next one. We've got a Good Samaritan. He stops a hit and run suspect. Suspects? It's two of them. So a quick thinking local helped police to catch two Malaysian men who fled after hitting a motorcyclist in the early hours of the morning. Police and rescue workers were alerted to the collision on Sukhumvit Road. Emergency responders arrived to the scene and provided first aid to the 24-year-old man who sustained injuries, serious injuries, and then rushing him to the hospital. Meanwhile, a vigilant citizen took action, pursuing and intercepting the fleeing vehicle before notifying the police. What a good bloke. Go and catch the buggers. Police arrived. Upon inspection of the vehicle, officers could see a clear damage to the front bumper of the car, with broken parts of a motorcycle still wedged in the front. Two Malaysian men, a 33-year-old and a 36-year-old, were arrested and tested for alcohol. There were beer bottles found in the car. They were seized as evidence. The men were taken to Pattaya police station. Idiots. The 40-year-old Good Samaritan recounted hearing the loud crash and stopping to investigate. After realising a motorcycle was hit and the driver had fled, he gave chase for almost 20 kilometres before blocking them at the red light and waiting for the police. What a legend. What a legend. Buy that man a beer. Just don't drive, but buy him a beer. So, it gets better. Further evidence came from a 24-year-old transgender woman who was in the car with the men after her and her friend were hired by the men to serve drinks back at their villa. So they've obviously been out on the beers, a little bit saucy, maybe a little bit toey, grabbed a couple of transgender girls. Come on, love, let's go back to my room. You can pour me drinks. Sure, that's what they were going to do. So according to her, the men were drinking beer and driving recklessly, ignoring their repeated pleas to stop. The situation only escalated after the vehicle hit the motorcyclist, prompting the men to flee. When the car was blocked at the red light, the two ladies took the opportunity to escape from the car and call the police. So, yeah, she also provided the police with video evidence from inside the car, capturing them drinking beer at the time of the crash. Wow. There were little snippets, like pictures of this incident online, but there was no video. No, I don't think, well, I didn't see it. They didn't put any videos up online, but in a couple of different pictures, it looks like they swapped drivers and they had long neck bottles up in the air while they were driving. So, yeah, they're pretty much fucked. Yeah, they're going to get locked up for sure. Deported. Yeah, didn't even get to get the ladyboys to pour them a drink. Anyway, see you later. Pardon me. On to the next one, we've got the Swiss man arrested for street brawl. This was I shared this video on the Pattaya True Crime Facebook page. So if you want to have a look, have a look. Give us a like too and a follow while you're there. You know, just putting it out there. So the man was tracked down and arrested after the viral video of him push kicking a Thai man in the face. Reportedly happened after a road rage incident. So the confrontation happened in South Pattaya in the early hours of the morning. It was captured on video by a bystander who quickly spread it online. Jesus. Oh, surely I'm going to get better at reading this stuff. Anyway, bear with me. So the video went pretty wild on social media, shared by a lot of people. If you haven't seen it, like I said earlier, go have a look on my Facebook page. It's there. The video shows the foreigner violently kicking the Thai man in the face. And there was two Swiss guys. One of them was fighting with the Thai man, and the other one was kind of standing in the middle. They were both pretty big blokes. Yeah, they're pretty big guys. By the looks of them, look like they hit the gym a fair bit. Anyway, this sort of stuff's happening a bit too much lately. It's even prompting the Thai government. They're talking about changing the visas, the visa exempts from 60 days at the moment. For a lot of countries, they're changing it back to 30 days. So keep it up, you quality tourists. Righto, a few days later, Pattaya police and Chonburi immigration arrested the suspect, identified as a 34-year-old Swiss national. During questioning, he admitted to being the man from the video. He claimed that it all started when the Thai man, whose identity still remains unknown, accidentally hit him with his motorcycle. He also claims the situation only escalated after the Thai national struck him with his motorcycle helmet, leading to the violent exchange. The Swede has been charged with assault and handed over to investigators for further legal action. So yeah, he's down the road too. No, kick him out. Meanwhile, authorities are still searching for the Thai national involved to obtain his statement regarding the incident. So they're looking for him. They want to hear his side of the story. Can't just go off one side. Anyway, you'll get what's coming to you. Don't know if it's true or not, but we'll go with that. Oh, this is a bit of a... This one's a bit... I don't know what side. I don't really pick sides. I'm just reading, having a laugh. So a foreign tourist was slapped by a transgender individual in Pattaya after a heated argument over a parked motorcycle. The incident was captured on video, and local reporters received 2 clips capturing the image. Capturing the altercation. The footage showed a group of transgender individuals surrounding the tourist, getting into a verbal dispute. One of them, dressed in black, is seen slapping the foreigner, who has then pushed their head in response, provoking the rest of the group. However, the situation did not escalate further. I've actually seen this. So reporters spoke with some of the individuals involved. A 24-year-old trans lady person explained that before the argument, they had been sitting on the tourist's motorcycle. When he had returned to his motorcycle, he confronted them, questioning why they were using his motorcycle as a seat and asking if they had their own to sit on. I personally, if I parked my bike, went for a feed, went for whatever, hung out, come back, and someone was sitting on my motorbike, I reckon I'd be, hey, what are you doing? Get off my bike. Probably wouldn't argue with any transgenders though. Well, probably wouldn't argue with anyone. I'll just get off my bike, please. Jump on and drive away. So yeah, it's your best course of action because you're likely never going to win. Yeah. So the group, they found his tone condescending, which led to the argument. Local residents have voiced their concerns over the incident, urging authorities to address such disputes. There you go. Just don't sit on someone's motorbike and probably not slap anyone. That'll sort that out. Yeah. So this one I'm classing the next one. This next one I'm classing this as the idiot of the week. He definitely gets this one. It's a short one. So a 63-year-old British national. He went to the Pattaya police and reported that he had been scammed by a particular group of foreign men who sold him miracle herbs, in air quotes. They promised he would lose weight. According to the man, he ended up paying 20,000 baht for what is essentially just honey. That's pretty, yeah. There was some miracle cure or miracle herb for losing weight, there wouldn't be fat people everywhere. Same as, look, I'm bald. It's the same with all the hair loss stuff. If that stuff actually worked, there wouldn't be bald people and there wouldn't be fat people. Everyone would be thin with a full head of hair. Me, bald, half fat. I'll go with half fat, not fat. Yeah, don't work. Why the hell would you pay 20,000 baht for a jar of honey? Anyway, so this isn't the first time these type of complaints have been made and reported to the police about scams in Pattaya. It's down by Night Bazaar. I'm not pointing out what category of tourists they are, but if you know, you know. And just have a bit of common sense, eh, ladies and gentlemen? Have a bit of common sense. Righto. Next story. This one definitely redeems the last story. A 22-year-old Belgian man was attacked over a parking dispute. There was an issue involving a car blocking the entrance to his condo, resulting in 4 Indian men to attack the 22-year-old man. Despite the altercation, the man chose not to press charges, mainly because the guy, the Belgian man, was an MMA fighter and cited that the attackers had sustained some pretty bad injuries during the attack. So he didn't want to press charges against them. Oh, it's great. Loved it. Love it. Look, saw the video. It's only a quick video, but those 4 men did not know how to fight. It looked like they were swinging spaghetti arms everywhere, and old mate has just absolutely annihilated them. It was awesome. I like seeing a bit of justice like that. It's good. Pick the wrong guy to fuck with. Definitely fuck around and find out scenario right there. It's very satisfying to watch. Rightio. We get on to our last one for the week. Guy had a bit of an accident. So an Israeli man causes a bit of a scene in Pattaya after defecating in a taxi. Poopy pants. This led to an argument over compensation. The incident happened when a passenger who was sitting in the front next to the driver left a mess in the front seat. Oh, poor bugger. Look, maybe he ate some fucking tom yum soup off Old Love and got the shits. Maybe that's why the husband didn't want a chicken or I don't know. I'm just talking shit, but yeah. Poor guy. Poor taxi driver even. Bloody hell. But he's obviously trying to be a bit of a cheapskate. So the driver demanded 1,500 baht for cleaning fees. But the passenger only offered him 300 baht. Cheap bugger. The police got involved to mediate, and the amount was paid in full. So this incident adds to the troubling trend of Israeli tourists causing issues in Thailand. So I haven't really spoken about that side of it yet. It'll come up at some point, but yeah, there has been a few tit for tat and a bit of fighting and trouble with local Thai people with this particular group of tourists, but yeah, we're not going to get into that. Not yet, anyway. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Pattaya True Crime. Maybe there were a few less ums. Not sure. Don't matter. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Go have a look on my Facebook. Go have a look on Instagram, YouTube and Spotify. Give us a like and a sub. And remember, be safe out there, people. Be safe.